I'm ready. Believe that. You hear me. First off, roll tide for the pride, man. Roll tide for the pride. Oh yeah. Now, as we know, the portal, the open window for the portal has officially closed. But can Bama still make some more moves? That is the big question. But they land two solid dogs up front on the interior, outside, exterior offensive line. Now, as we know, Bama had a lot of players hit the portal, right? Right. The offensive line is definitely a weak point that needs to be addressed. Now, is it fully solidified? Is the situation fully figured out? Time will tell. We shall see. But at the end of the day, Bama lands two big names. Well, maybe not even so to say big names, but two dogs up front, I believe. And I definitely believe with the right development, correct? Raiken, Delgatti, and Nick Woods can definitely be big problems, huh? Prime time players up front. Yeah, I'm gonna get into the article in a minute, but you got Raiken Delgatti, a senior out of Cal Poly, a lot of experience. You put on a film, he flashes every single time. You talk about the center position, right? Alabama lost Brelford to the draft. So to bring in a dynamic center, a versatile player at that dog who is agile, who is really versatile, who is aggressive, who brings it every play, who has a high motor right and keeps on going. That is a definite benefit to this Bama O line, point blank, period, no cap. He's 6'4", so he's taller than Brailsford was. I think he even weighs more than Brailsford as well. Now we're going to see how his gameplay translates to the SEC, the best conference in the land. He takes a step up in competition, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Boom. But I'm very excited about racing Delgatti. I think he can be one of them players, one of them real underdogs that comes in right away and makes a point, makes a statement, and makes a real big name for himself. And we talk as far as the depth chart, boom, you increase your depth chart immediately, right? Right. And that's very important. What do I always say, homie? You can never have enough depth up front at any level, at any position on a team, on a squad. You hear me? Heavy, especially if your depth is talented and if their name is called, number is called, right? Boom, they can step in and fill in right away. Then we got Nick Woods, or is it Nick Brooks? He's a big, real big monster on that outside, protecting things, solidifying that outside main for real, homie. Yeah, I believe he's what, 6'7", 6'8", definitely 300 plus pounds. He's a young player, but with the right development, and always got to revert back to that. It means nothing if your coaches don't develop these players quickly and swiftly and correctly, meaning weight room, nutrition program, putting good weight on them. I repeat, good weight, right? Not sloppy weight. Yeah, teaching them techniques, improving their weaknesses, improving their strengths, all of the above. So it's gonna come down to coaching. Now it's a lot of coaching questions, a lot of debating. Should the O-line position coach be fired? Is he piss poor? Well, if he is, get him up out of there round yonder. And that's gonna come down to Kalen DeBoer figuring out, huh? Studying his coaches, studying his personnel. This whole buddy system, right? Gotta go out the damn dough. We need the best men on the field, the best men for the job. We've seen it for 2 years now. Nick Sheridan, Ryan Grubb, all his buddies who he's scared to fire, right? Who he brung in with him, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. No, dog, it's time for them to go. If they can't make the cut right, if they're not the men for the job, well, guess what? Get them up out the building round yonder. Heavy, dog, early, huh? Yeah. But I'm very excited about Nick Brooks as well. You talk about big body. What can you not coach? Size, speed, boom. I repeat, what can you not coach, right? Size, speed, boom. And we have that in Nick Brooks. So the O line, is it fully revamped? Is it a definite, oh, we believe in this O line? It's put together well. Now they will succeed. They will finally have a run game. We don't know yet, but Bama has taken the steps in the right direction, and the portal is not over yet. The deadline to enter is over, but I believe Bama is bringing players on visits this weekend early. They can still make some signings. Hopefully, they can get the dude from Oregon, Terrence Green, who's really mean, to solidify that interior D line, baby, for real. I just want to see him make one real big splash move. You know, some say Ty Haywood was a splash move. But at the end of the day, I want to see them get a real big body, a real monster, right? A real juggernaut up front on that D line. We know we got London Simmons. I'm expecting big things from him next year. But at the end of the day, you can never have enough depth, right? And boom, I want a big time, big dog juggernaut. And we all know Terrence Green is that guy. I believe they lost the opportunity to acquire the dude, the other edge rusher from Oregon. I believe he went to Ole Miss. Cool. Let him go. Let him flow. If you don't want to be here, don't be here. Yeah. But I know Terrence Green is officially in town. He is on a visit. Bama must pay up. If it comes down to money, man, bread, shit, huh? They saved enough money early, homie. Heavy. It's time to sock it to his pockets, man. I repeat, sock it to his damn pockets, huh? Yeah. Greg Byrne, huh? Courtney Morgan, Kalen DeBoer, whoever. Sometimes you just gotta pay to play, dog. Pay for play, right? Right. So we're going to see what Alabama really does. Uh-huh. Yeah. Let's get into this article right quick, man. You know. But roll tide full of pride. You got two important, two solid pieces right now. And I'm really satiated with it, homie. Yeah. Let's get into Nick Brooks first. Yeah. Real big dude. He could be real dominant. Texas transfer old lineman Nick Brooks commits to Alabama. I spoke about him definitely on my last live. Alabama has added another transfer offensive lineman to its roster for the 26th season. Texas offensive lineman Nick Brooks has committed to the Crimson Tide. According to On3's Hayes Fawcett, Brooks entered the transfer portal on January 13th and chose UA 2 days later. Listed at 6'7", 349 pounds. He's a dog. He's a real monster. Brooks played in 5 games for the Longhorns as a freshman, which means he will be a sophomore in 26. He started 3 contests against Oklahoma, Kentucky, and Mississippi State, and all 3 starts came at the left guard spot. Brooks played 221 total offensive snaps per Pro Football Focus and allowed 4 sacks as a rookie. Brooks was a former 4-star recruit at Grayson, Georgia High School. He was considered the number 335 overall prospect in the 2025 class, according to the Rivals industry rankings, as well as the 24th best offensive tackle. The Tide offered Brooks out of high school and visit to Alabama as a recruit, but he ultimately chose Texas. Now he will continue his career in Tuscaloosa. Come on round yonder where you was meant to be, homie. Yeah, roll tide. Brooks is the 4th offensive line transfer to commit to Alabama, joining a pair of former Michigan Wolverines, Caden Strayhorn and Ty Haywood, and Cal Poly center Raiken Delgatti. The quartet of portal additions brings Alabama's O-lineman number to 14 players for 26. Yeah. Roll Tide. And there he is, man. That is Nick Brooks. I repeat, that is Nick Brooks. Now we're going to take it back and get into Raiken Delgatti. Smooth name, baby. Real smooth name. Can you blame? Huh? Yeah. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Like I say, bro, I think this dude can be a real dog. has the experience, has the time, has the seniority, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So let's put in that work and let's get to it. Now is the time. It's no more time for play. Now, if you're Bama, if you're the coaches, et cetera, now you focus on building these guys up, putting more weight on them, getting them comfortable in the new system, and turning them into straight dogs, bro. I repeat, turning them into straight dogs. Bottom line, no cap. Racing to Alabama. I don't know if he pronounces his name Racing or Raiken or Raiken. If you know, fire them comments, huh? Let me know, man. Yeah. Raiken to Alabama. Crimson Tide secures all conference center via transfer portal. The offensive line rebuild continues at the University of Alabama. Raiken Delgatti, a 2-year starting center at Cal Poly, San Luis Obispo, California, took an official visit with the Crimson Tide on Thursday and quickly found his new home in Tuscaloosa. Oh yeah, roll Tide. The California native is a significant addition to Alabama's offensive front after announcing the decision on Friday afternoon. Delgatti saw an impressive wave of interest after entering the transfer portal last week. Schools moved quickly to get him on campus, and he took advantage of the opportunity. The 6'4", 300-pound interior lineman visited Colorado, Kansas, Michigan, Oregon State. So teams really wanted him. With new head coach and former Alabama wide receivers coach Jamarcus Shepard and Oklahoma State before the dead period, Monday through Wednesday. He arrived in Tuscaloosa early Thursday morning. The second team All Big Sky selection allowed just 11 pressures and 1 sack during the 2025 season. I repeat, only 1 sack. He is a real dog. He posted a 79.9 pass blocking grade, the best among team O-linemen, along with 61.8 run blocking grade in the fall. 2 years of eligibility remain for the redshirt junior. Delgatti becomes the third offensive line addition via the transfer portal for the Crimson Tide, joining OT/offensive guard Ty Haywood, Michigan redshirt freshman, and OC/OG Caden Strayhorn, Michigan redshirt freshman. Alabama does not return a center after Parker Brailsford declared for the NFL drafts, while also losing backup center Gino Vandermark, who also played guard, along with reserves Joseph Ayanada, transferred to Georgia Tech, and Rock Montgomery transferred to WKU. The addition of Delgatti gives Alabama 2 capable center options, Delgatti/Strayhorn, who can compete for the starting role while also providing flexibility to play guard, depending on who earns the nod as Brailsford's replacement next season. It's an important pickup as Delgatti was quickly identified by Alabama after entering the portal, followed by an offer once his status became official. The Crimson Tide remains active in the offseason in the offensive line market as it looks to bolster depth at guard and tackle. Former Ole Miss offensive tackle Ethan Field is scheduled to visit Alabama on Friday. UA has also mentioned as an early contender for former Texas offensive lineman Nick Brooks, and we know he has already committed. Oh yeah, roll Tide. Though visit dates for Brooks have not yet been revealed. And at the end of the day, boom, right? Nick's is in the building. Nick Brooks is in the building, man. Yeah. So there it is, man. Yeah. Shout out to Alabama for getting these 2 guys in. And now it's just time to put the work in, bro. Development. I repeat, development. You can't get enough. You can't say it enough, right? Right. Oh, yeah. So there it is, man. The transfer portal is pretty much over. Now we got to wait to see who hits the portal after the championship game is over, which teams, which players go here, which players go there. Can Alabama land a splash player from either Miami or Indiana? Probably not likely, but at the end of the day, you really never know. The college transfer portal is crazy. NIL is definitely crazy, baby. Oh, yeah. It needs to be revamped, restructured. These players should have to sign at least 2-year contracts, right? Coaches as well. You hear me? No one's saying they shouldn't get paid. They should have been getting paid. But do you want a player to crash out? What are you teaching these players at the end of the day, right? Right. Are you teaching them accountability, or are you teaching them to not commit, huh? To not keep their word, huh? That accountability means nothing, huh? So we're going to see how it all pans out, how it gets broken down. But shout out to Bama for acquiring Nick Brooks and Raiken Delgatti. I expect them to make big noise, major noise this season, dog. No cap. Fire them comments up. You know what it is. Big score here, huh? Roll Tide full of pride. Win, lose, or draw, but we come to win. You know what it is, man. Roll Tide. Yeah. Here we come.